old man Saf.
Hey everyone, this is Neela.
Hey yo, it's your boy Funke, the coolest teen rapper online.
What's up? It's me, Alfie. You're listening to The Cool Table with
You're
Adriel.
listening to the Cool
And
Table.
you're listening to The Cool Table.
You're listening to The Cool Table.
And I'm not sure if you know this, but right now, you're in the cut with my man, Adriel Smiley.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to The Cool Table. We're in the cut with Keynes Woods. Now, again, I said before, strawberry is the golden flavor here in the cut. Yeah. Tell me what about strawberry makes it the best flavor you got to go to all the time.
Strawberry is like the in the middle. Like I said earlier, like chocolate, you know, it's too much. Mm-hmm. Vanilla is like too boring. Strawberry is kind of in the middle, you know. It's got that flavor, but it's also like not overbearing.
Yeah, it's something you can actually deal with. Now, I saw you talk about getting a MP3 player in the 6th grade, and all the tracks were on that. Now, my brother, he knows how we used to put down the MP3 player. Now, that time when it was Chris Brown, Run It, Neo So Sick. Talk about like how that time of music kind of influenced you coming up, because I feel like we're lucky to even grow up in that time. Like, you know what I'm saying? The kids now, the music they have as kids is not the same that we had as kids, you know? So talk about, I guess, just beginning to grow up in that time and having all those tracks.
I guess we valued music a little bit differently because it was like harder to find, you know what I mean? Like we look at it like a lot differently. As to like now, like the music's so like force fed, almost to everyone. Like Insta ads, you can't go through Instagram without seeing like bare IG ads of like music and shit. So, man, I swear.
Yeah, all good.
Alright, but yeah, so it's like different. Like we value music just a little bit differently, you know.
No, I feel that because I think that like the ability to play certain instruments or perform, I think be able to create music like you can create it, you know, on your computer, that we're still kind of valuing, but the rest of the part of it, the performance part, you know, the instrumentation, the production, I feel like that's kind of gone away. Now you like me are suffering from, I guess, like growing up to R&B and growing up being an R. Kelly fan. Now, that is just can't happen no more. And there are some like, it's actually, there's some real tracks that I missed that I had that, you know what I'm saying, I just haven't heard in so long. Like We Ride with him and Jay and Cam. You know what I'm saying? You remind me of my Jeep. Like, have you gone back to any of those? Have any of those stayed around?
I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Songs like Prayer Changes.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it just hit differently. But like that was my first CD. I remember.
Oh, really?
I had like a Sean Kingston CD.
Shout out to Sean Kingston.
And an R. Kelly CD that I just had like on replay. I would sleep to that shit. You know what I mean? Like, alternate.
That's crazy. So that's crazy.
Yeah, R. Kelly.
That had to hurt. It had to hurt.
Yeah.
And the crazy part about this is, like, I always said that there are two kings of R&B in my mind. It's R. Kelly and D'Angelo. Usher. Usher's a son of R. Kelly, so I put him in that kind of thing. But I'm like, it's D'Angelo on one side and then R. Kelly on the other side. But, you know, now that R. Kelly's gone, you're right. I was about to say, Usher is like, has to take that throne now.
That role,
like.
Have you heard the Confessions leaks?
I heard them. Yeah, it's about to be crazy. I hope people are receptive to it. People are kind of showing some hate, but I'm like, I want to hear, like,
you know, like, if I know you know where this is going, but like if he's got it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear him talk.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he can't hide that. He already told us so much that it's like we whatever else is there to hear, we could hear. That's all I'm saying. Like,
facts.
Because I'm like, when's the last time there was like a big hit and it was talking about a dude having a girl from a next shorty? Like, those aren't hit songs anymore. You can't make no hit songs with those guy content anymore. So we have to give him a big shout out for that. Now, you said you made your first track on Audacity. Do you remember kind of what that track was like and even how you put that together?
Yeah. Well, like the 10th grade, I made like a remix to Good Life.
Okay.
By Kanye West. And yeah, like I just put it out. So recorded it on Audacity.
You just kept the choruses and put your verses in?
Nah, not even the chorus. I just got like a beat from YouTube, like the remade beat from YouTube or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like you transfer it to MP3 or whatever, and I put it on Audacity.
Damn.
Did one of those in like grade 10.
And did you end up putting it out?
Nah.
Who's heard this?
I didn't. Only one person's heard it ever. My boy Jeremy is the only person who's heard it.
Is it ever coming out? We ever gonna hear like a
Never.
little?
That was so trash. I was so terrible.
Oh man, those are the kind of stuff I want to hear. I want to hear everyone's first tracks.
Who knows? Maybe like it was nice. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. You don't know. You don't know. You could put it
know.
out now, and it could be your biggest. It could be your biggest track.
Bro, if that happened, I'd be depressed for like a very long time.
No, fine. You had to be cheese.
Yeah.
You had to be cheese. The crazy thing I saw while looking through all your music is the song Kirikou.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that based off of the movie?
So the branding around it was based off of the movie because I used like a sample.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
use it. Like I used.
I heard that. I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like it had that feel to it, you know. So yeah, it was based on that
crazy.
movie. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, like, we're Jamaican, but we somehow had the Kirikou in the crib. Oh, really? And we watched Kirikou how many times we watched Kirikou?
Yeah.
And
was it like a translation, or did you guys watch it just straight up in?
No, it was English. It was English translation.
Okay.
Yeah. But we had no idea that other people knew about this movie or nothing like that. Like, we had no idea this was like a thing. But we're just like, this kid Kirikou's a gangster. Like, he's really holding it down.
Bro, it's a serious movie.
Yo, like, but like real, like for real, like thinking about that movie now as a grown person, I'm like, yo, they should show that movie to every kid, like
every kid,
like 100%.
But it wasn't like as big in like the States and stuff, North America, because there was nudity.
Oh yeah,
and stuff like that. So people don't like. It's different.
But was it big over in Africa?
Oh, huge.
Oh,
huge.
Man.
Even like a lot of places in Europe, because like we take to that stuff.
Oh,
like,
damn, that's crazy. Big shout out to whoever put that movie together, Kirikou and the Sorceress. If you haven't seen that, please go check that out. That movie is incredible. I think it came out in '98, so that's I'm saying more than 20 years now. But yeah, that movie is incredible. I want to talk about the album a little bit. Kongo Kane. Now, I said before, you got some of the dogs on this, so I knew it was gonna be a banger. And then you were working with Rec, and Rec did the whole production and everything. So I always like a project when it's one producer and you get that kind of cohesive sound and that direction. Yeah. But first, I want to talk about the song that you have with Solo Key and John. How did you put that together in terms of Toronto having kind of a factor in how that song was created?
Yeah, I mean, I got to give a shout to my team, my creative team, for putting that together. They work as kind of like A&Rs, you know what I mean? So they'll suggest like certain artists to me, and I'll be like, yeah, like this dude's dope, blah blah, like we can do something like that. So they kind of orchestrated the whole thing. Okay. And so like these guys would sound nice, blah blah, you know what I mean? Like, let's make something happen. And so that's kind of how like all that came about. Okay. But yeah, like John, Solo Key, like obviously super dope. Yeah, and like the song came together how it was supposed to. So
what song do you kind of think of first when you think of the album? Like, is there a certain song or moment that comes to your head in terms of the recording process or anything like that?
I'm not sure. I like Tim Burt.
Yo, I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
Why'd you say that?
Cause that's a song I feel like you're just like, yo, y'all can't even rock with me right now.
You know?
That's the energy you're on in that song, and I feel like you got like there's an album coming out in the future that's gonna be like, I'm saying 6, 7 of those, you know. But I like on that one, I could definitely tell you're on like, yeah, you guys definitely can't rock with me. Like, I could have felt that energy on the track.
But yeah, that song felt like really easy. You know what I mean? Like, it was one of those like, again, coming into this, I used to not be able to write like in studio. You know, I was one of those guys that had to have like everything written and then reach in the studio and then like recite my shit before blah blah. But like that was kind of like a turning point to where I was like, okay, I can now reach in the studio and like I can actually, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's what's up.
That's a big part of like doing it, because when you're up and you're working with like a whole bunch of people, you don't really have time to just have bare, you know what I mean, like a whole bunch of bars and stuff like that. So Tim Bear was like one of the turning points when I was getting like nicer at like doing the shit, so I could really just,
did that happen more towards the end of making the album, or was that towards the beginning of the process?
I'd say later. It was towards like, man, this album's so old that it's like, or EP's so old that
I saw that.
Yeah, that it's like, you see like kind of the process of like like how far I've come, you know what I mean? Like some of these was like when I had just moved to Toronto, you know, like when I had just met Rec. One of the songs on there was like the first song I made when I had just met Rec, you know.
Oh, what track?
I think Oh Lord. Yeah.
Oh,
Lord.
for real. Okay,
Oh Lord
okay.
is like one of the first ones.
Damn. What about the tracks that you've made after Tim Burke? Because having something like that probably frees up you so much creatively. Like, how do you feel about the tracks that I guess you've made since having that breakthrough? Do you feel those are like, you know, a different level of what you're capable of?
I'm not sure. Like, I feel like there was kind of like a strength in like writing beforehand and like having, because then like realistic, like when you're in your room by yourself is like that's you know what I mean? So like there's a strength in both. So now I'm kind of like looking at like how maybe sometimes you should switch up the process, do one thing for, you know what I mean? And like working that way. Yeah.
Okay. No, I feel that. Now, the web series, you got to tell me what's going on with that. There's supposed to be a Kongo Kane web series happening with some skits and some funny stuff going on.
You got a hold of that one. I don't like.
Listen. That was what I was checking for before the album even came. When I saw the album was coming and the day came, that's what I looked for first before I even went to listen to the album, because I'm excited to see what you guys are gonna put together in terms of that. So I guess give everyone a taste who doesn't know about that side of the Kongo Kane. You know what that's gonna be like.
We had like, and I'm not sure how it's gonna work out anymore with like budgeting and stuff, because like I wanted to do it, but I wanted to do it right. Like we were just talking about the Oprah's bank account track. It's like that skit's well written, you know what I mean?
Well
like that's why it's so good. So like I wanted to do something around like a Kongo Kane character. Like I had like this character in mind, you know what I mean? That's like almost opposite to like who I am as a person, but like I was interested, like I really wanted to like play that up, you know? But again, it was like with budgeting and whatnot, and like we couldn't get like the right person to help write it properly. And it's like I don't want to do it if it's not.
Yeah,
like,
you don't want it to be shabby.
I don't want it to be shabby, but
yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm not gonna praying that comes down later down the road, because even some of the pictures that you had put with that, you know, the other picture playing, I was like, yo, seeing Kane, this would be hilarious.
It would be dope.
Hilarious, yeah. So, no, definitely. Listen, I'm praying for that down the road. You know, hoping that comes about. You had this quote that I thought was like, well, no, you said someone else gave this quote, but you said this in an interview that it's not creative until it's out in the world. And I think that's like so true. And I think like that's something I wish a lot of people probably could have heard earlier in their process, or even where they're at now. You know, that it's not creative until it goes out. Talk about, I guess, how that has affected you and what that means to you, because I know you wanted to put out your music, and eventually how people thought of it, you know, affected how you were looking at it. But, you know, talk about, you know, you putting your music out and that kind of journey you've had through that.
So pretty much like, it's like, yeah, if you keep like all your ideas to yourself, you know what I mean? Like it's not really they're just thoughts, you know?
They don't count.
They don't really count.
Yeah.
It's like once you put it out to the world and let people see it and have it, that's when you're doing something, you know? There's literally no point of having those thoughts and just like keeping it there's no point.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Yeah,
it doesn't do anything. Like even if you're not thinking about monetary value or like anything like that, it's like you gotta get your ideas off, you know? So
have to.
That's kind of one of the things with like music and whatnot. It's like all this, like I have these ideas and like all this stuff I want to do. It's like I want to get my shit off, you know? So it's
super fast.
I honestly forget, but I remember hearing it and I was like,
yeah,
ooh.
we gotta find out who that is and give them a big shout out, because that quote is fire.
That
quote is like super real. I want to find out what you're listening to right now. Like we were talking about Oprah's bank account earlier, but who's I guess project has come out that, you know, it might be 3, 4, or 5 weeks ago, but it's still, you know, on replay in your Spotify.
I haven't been listening to a lot of music.
That's not what I want
lately.
I know. I hear.
I've been listening to like myself a lot lately.
Okay.
Only cause like yeah, just listening to like demos and like beats I'm making now.
Okay.
And stuff. Man.
There's no one you want to give a real shout out to, because I listen. I want you to put the people on. I know there's someone out there they listen to that people may not have heard of, or may have forgotten about.
Toby.
Okay. Yeah, big shout out to Toby.
Yeah. I was listening to Toby actually yesterday.
Yeah, big shout out to Toby.
No Tourist.
Oh yeah,
I listen to our demos too.
Well, since we're here, please tell everyone who doesn't know about No Tourist.
No Tourist is like a super group of musicians. We're all from. Well, some of us are from Ottawa. Some of us are from here. Yeah, it's like 5 artists, 2 producers.
Is there a new project coming soon? Because I think the first time I saw you, I saw all you guys perform together, and I didn't even know what No Tourist was.
What show was that at?
I think it was with Patrick and Zone.
Oh, okay, scene. Yeah, you were there. Okay,
yeah.
Bless. Yeah.
So yeah, I seen you guys perform there. So I seen how you guys definitely get down.
You know,
is there something new coming? Because it sounds like you guys are definitely still together, still making music. So something new coming in the works. We're gonna project.
There's a project come. We have a lot of music.
I can imagine.
You know,
I can imagine.
And it's like so many different genres too. So like now we can drop like a super hard album, and then like dance, like soft shit after. So we're just like splitting up the music, like seeing how like everything works or whatever. But
how many tracks are you gonna get on the new stuff?
The new stuff, I think it's like 8.
Okay, that's all I want to hear. As long as it's more than 3.
Yeah, no, it's just like a solid like body of work.
Okay. But, if you're gonna give me another 2.5 tracks, I wasn't gonna be happy. I was gonna be happy. Okay. Okay. That's what I like to hear. This one you can pull your phone out for. We ask everyone on the show this question. And it's, what's your favorite app right now that's not social media?
Ooh.
So your favorite app that's not, TikTok or
that's a good
Insta.
question.
Yeah, we get some fly answers on this one.
Evernote.
Is that like an organizational app?
It's just like my notepad.
Okay, yeah. I think someone said that one before. Okay.
Recorder.
Ooh.
Huge.
Big time.
Recorder, yeah.
Big time.
I pull that shit out like
Okay.
You know? Like all the time.
Oh, big time. I like that one. Okay. All right. So you're getting your ideas off.
Yeah.
Now, when people usually get a lot of money, we see them buy these crazy animals. So you've seen Bieber buy his monkey, Mike Tyson with his tiger. Now I'm saying, when you get to that level, do you have an animal in mind that you're just going to buy for the hell of it?
I don't believe in buying animals.
Ooh. The answer's getting better and better. I'm telling you. That's getting better and better.
I don't believe in buying animals.
Tell us about that, please.
Even with like dogs and cats and stuff, I never like understood like.
Well, that's a Western thing.
It is a Western thing. It is a Western thing. So like I don't like want to hate on it, because each time I say that, people are like, oh, like you hate dogs, blah blah, you hate cats.
That doesn't mean that.
You know what I mean? It's just like I don't believe in. It just feels weird to have like animals in your house doing like human things, you know? It's like
that's something like getting treated better than humans.
Getting treated better than humans is kind of like it's just odd to me. So
did you see that documentary Don't Fuck with Cats?
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, you watched that too. The part that's crazy about that one is some people are getting more like mortified by seeing the cats get hurt than when the humans are getting killed. And it's like it's not even like fake, you know. That's really how they feel, and they can't hide it. And it's, you know what I'm saying, real horror in their face when the cat gets hurt. So
I was talking to my girl about it, and I think she says it has something to do with like the innocence of like animals, because they can't like defend themselves. And I was like, you know what I get it.
I don't look at animals as innocent, like
you know what I mean. It's like
that's even a Western thing to think animals are innocent. You know, do you know what I mean? Like,
you don't know what they're thinking. You know,
how can you even
they
say
might
that?
They might not even like you. People think their dogs love them. It's like, yo, if your dog could speak,
for real,
you know what I mean? Like, if you think your dog loves you, but if I started feeding your dog instead of you feeding your dog would love me just as much.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, it's not. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's funny. And the innocence, I never would have thought. Yeah, because I don't look at animals as innocent. Like, when we go to Jamaica and we see the cats and the dogs running around and, you know what I'm saying, eating up the scraps from wherever, I'm not thinking of them as innocent. They're getting fed how they can get fed. Only in in the West we prioritize feeding them. And saying other places you prioritize feeding yourself, but it's just how they do things.
They're doing what
here.
it takes. They're you know,
doing whatever it takes.
It's just nature. Like, allow them.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's how the game goes. This is going to be our last one. Now, every week on the radio show, we do a segment called Wednesday Wisdom. We go through Twitter, Instagram, find people using the hashtag, having some, good motivational quotes. Now, is there anything that you kind of keep in your mind that keeps you going every week whenever you're feeling either down or discouraged or anything like that?
I found myself being like a lot like hella negative. Like, I don't know. I've lived in this like negative space for like my whole life because I'm like, yo, when I get too happy, you know what I mean, is when like
Something bad about to happen.
something's bad's about to happen. Like sometimes I find myself being like good, and I'm just like I get paranoid. I'm like, yo, something's about to happen. So I had to write like positivity works on my board because it's like positivity does work. Like
That's a good one.
as corny as it sounds, you know what I
that's
mean?
a good
Like,
one.
it works. So I try to remind myself all the time, like, yo, like, it's okay to be positive. Like, it's okay to, like,
No, I like that.
you know what I
like
mean?
that.
Or else you'll just be, like even when you're happy, you'll be sad. you
Yeah,
know? So it's
exactly.
like,
No, I like
I'm
that
trying
one a
my
lot.
best,
Positivity works is a good one. You just gave me a super crazy idea. Andrew, tell me how you feel about this one. I feel like we should get a whiteboard for In the Cut, and everyone's Wednesday wisdom should be kind of
written on the board.
I think that would be fly. And Positivity Works is a great way to start that. So
Yeah.
whenever we get that up, we'll have you, back into you could start that off. But thanks for sparking that. Thanks for joining us. Let's see how much ice cream you got
Not even
through.
close. Man, I was trying my
Yeah,
best.
you were trying.
I was
Still, you were
really
trying.
hard, yeah.
Shout out to Guys Stereos for getting that done. But to be fair, it was two guys together from the band.
Oh, it
And-
was two of them?
And well, one ate it all himself, but one was doing more talking.
Okay.
And the other one would eat and then answer a couple questions.
Okay.
So they had a little bit of an advantage. And then with Hollywood Sauce, when his comes out, you'll see he finishes as well. He had someone help him as well. So I think that you need to either have someone doing talking while you're eating, but
Yeah.
talking and eating together probably
Impossible.
impossible to
This
do.
it's difficult.
Nah, but thank you again for coming through. This has been In the Cut Season 2. Now, again, every Wednesday, catch Cool Table at 11 a.m. All episodes of In the Cut and the Cool Table will be at adrielsmiley.com. Know yourself.
Word. That was dope.